Okay. Thank you very, very much. Welcome back, comrade Mazi Austin. I also appreciate our brother Emeku Ugonye, who created that very avenue for us to see the low mentality of those that are supporting Nigeria. They have nothing to present. As simple as that. When you see them calling for debate, you would think that there is a different thing. You would think that there is a different thing they will present. You will not know that it is the same thing. These are people who cannot question the creation of Nigeria by the British, but they will question self-determination, which he himself had practiced by himself. When he grew up, he decided to live alone. He decided to live on his own. Left his parents, practically. Do you understand? All of them knew, but because Ojo Zokalo recently called so many of them, tell them to start talking, you see some of them talking about insecurity. People that have nothing to say, that this was what I said 2021, 2022. No, none of them called name of any criminal or anybody they see carrying on these crimes in our land. But IPOB started from 2021 condemning Simon and his activities, while these ones was secretly supporting him, thinking that they will use it to succeed. When they saw it had finally failed and Simon had been jailed, then they were coming up with the same thing they secretly supported Simon to do. Do you understand? They knew they cannot condemn his actions in his presence because he will reveal his contact with them. That's why you see so many of them who secretly work with him. They can come up to be linking the same of their effort on IPOB. Welcome back, our brother Mazi Austin. And I thank our brother who showed us the mindset of the zoo that we have already been seeing. We thought that they have a new thing to present. We thought, just like our brother Mazi Austin, he thought that the Nigerian government, through their agents, have another thing to present. But in all, they will tell you, channel your agitation politically, channel your this one, elect your own, make your own elect. These are people who are aware that the people of Imo State voted making Hedi on her end. No, they cannot write. Ugunye cannot tell us this is how I condemn Uzodinma from number 4 to number 1, which brought insecurity. Unknown government started immediately Uzodinma became governor, but Ugunye will not tell you because they have seen IPOB to accuse. Some of them will tell you, is it not you? If not for Nnamdi Kanu agitation, will this thing happen? And we ask the people, who first started criminality in the whole world? Who started kidnapping in the whole world? If there is a particular people that started kidnapping or criminality in the world, why is it that people who committed the same crime are being accused today of their crime, instead of going to that family that started kidnapping and keep accusing them? Whatever anybody do, you will accuse the family that started kidnapping, started armed robbery. So those that commit armed robbery now will be free. So the people that started armed robbery will be accused. If we start agitation, we are not the people that started it, but IPOB have agitation we are championing. So our agitation will now make somebody to go and commit crime, right? When the person commit crime, you say it's IPOB. You cannot provide official IPOB press release, official IPOB Radio Biafra broadcast. People have the right to live their life. You don't link people's individual life to organization's operation. Operation of organization is very, very different from people's individual life. There are police that act out of police command. The police will deny them. They didn't send him. That is individual act. Talk more of a living Igbo man that is living freely, who can carry on his act. That is not even IPOB, not even under IPOB command. You will say that because they are doing agitation. Who started armed robbery? Why do you still arrest people and judge them for armed robbery they committed? You would have been judging the family that started armed robbery. You would have been judging the family that started kidnapping instead of accusing the person that committed the act. You say IPOB, it's not Nnamdi Kanu agitation. We cannot see this thing. But you know it's not Nnamdi Kanu that do it. You know it's not IPOB. You know the people that did it, but you are linking it to agitation. Is that not stupidity? Is that not foolishness? So let us go. You see, that was what they told Ojukwu. They told him, let us go into political. These are people who will tell you that you have to vote your own. People with low mentality in a corrupt system where Nigerian citizens voted MP to be on their own. The election was rigged. In a country where Buhari overthrew Shagari that was voted in by the Nigerian citizens. A democratically elected president of Nigeria in 1979, Alhaji Shehu Shagari, was voted in. And a Fulani man who overthrew him. And people are telling you, go and form a political party, join your agitation, vote somebody in. These are people who are there that there are senatorial zone, there are regionals that was created. They created you 5 states. And they gave you a number of senators that will be in the Senate. When they are there, if you raise a point, the northeast, northwest, not central, they will provide not less than 40 something votes against your opinion. They look at your brother, they created them, gave them south. And somebody, they will come and tell you, go and do your, channel your agitation politically. How many senators do you have? How many House of Rep members do you have? They will tell you, vote your own. Look for somebody, bring a candidate, sponsor the person, vote him in. You ask the person, apart from IPOB, what about the governor of Imo that Imo state citizens voted in? Did you not see federal government remove Emeki Hedion and put Hope Ozarema that started killing the people of Imo State? Did they make Emeku Ugonye? Did they make Ugonye tell you about Hope Ozarema? What came out from Hope Ozarema from number 4 to number 1? What it gave birth to is the condition of Imo State today. The government created this criminality, these criminals, tested grant under Ozarema. Immediately he became governor from number 4. This was how Nigerian youth came up, voted P2B, they announced Tinubu. But somebody will come and tell you that there is a way you can do it. Which kind of way? The whole Nigeria voted in P2B. They announced Tinubu. And somebody will be presenting you such thing in a country where Igbo people within 4 or 5 years provide 5 Senate presidents from the 5 Igbo states. That is Nigeria for you. A corrupt system. From Evans to Adolphus Nwabara. Evans from Imo. Hey, he was impeached. Adolphus Nwabara. He was impeached. Chubo Kadibo from Anambra. Adolphus from Abia. From there, Chubo Kadibo had been impeached. From there, he had been pitched. From there to, what is it called? What is the name of that Enugu senator? What is his name? That, Kanu Nnamdi. Kanu Nnamdi. No time, please, my brother, no time. Thank you. Kanu Nnamdi, right? Became Senate president. 5 of them. They made sure that the 5 Igbo states became Senate president. This is a system where Shagari was overthrown because an Igbo man was vice. And Igbo man was a special advisor to Mr. President on political matters. Chubo Karibu. And the less Ekweme was the reason Shagari was overthrown. Nobody challenged. The same Buhari later came and became civilian president. And they started charging Nnamdi Kanu for treason. A man that committed treason. This is the system. They tell you that there is a way you can vote. You change the system. A system whereby the North have taken power for years and the North is still too poor. I don't know what somebody wants us to get in Nigeria, where the number one citizen of Nigeria, the North, is the most poor. They are suffering. They are crying. They are not eating. They don't have food. They don't have job. They don't have security. They don't have anything. That is the where an Igbo person will be telling you that you have to abide in Nigeria. When Nigeria was created because the North is too poor, I don't even want to go to any constitution because the constitution is useless. Do you understand? These are people who knew that Nigeria was created because the North is too poor. From 1914 to 2025, you got 111 years. The very agenda of the creation of Nigeria have never been achieved because the North is still too poor. The North is still too poor. And somebody is telling you who have called for self-determination that self-determination doesn't exist in Nigerian law, where he himself is no longer living with his parents. That is self-determination. He's not living with his parents. He's living on his own. Self-determination, practically. A natural law that somebody can decide at any time. A natural law, existing law. Nigeria was created because the North is too poor, according to the creator, Lugard. Have the North become rich after 111 years from 1914? The answer is no. Then how come a Yoruba man or Igbo man is expecting to be better in Nigeria? How come you are expecting to have security when the North that have been, Nigeria was created for their purpose, they have produced 10 presidents. They are 9 in number, but 10. Because Buhari ruled 2 times. That makes it 10. 10, you count the 2 times. They have provided 10 presidents. Do you understand? And the 46 years out of 65 years of Nigeria, they have ruled 46 years. And they are the most poor. They are still cutting our nails. They are still sleeping inside wheelbarrow. They don't have house. They're Northerners. Now, they have Gowan. They provided Murtala Muhammad. They gave you Shagari. They gave you Buhari, military. They gave you Babangida. They gave you Abacha. They gave you Absalami Abubakar. They gave you Yaradua, Omaru, not Musa. They gave you Umaru, Yaradua. They gave you Buhari again. But the North is still too poor. This is, let us just discuss Nigeria before you talk about how you make Nigeria better. You will take the first citizen of Nigeria, North. How is their condition? Before you will think of surviving in Nigeria. Facebook, we are pinning up the program. It doesn't concern me. How is the North? How is the condition of Northerners in Nigeria? That somebody will try to address you and tell you the reason why you remain in Nigeria and why you should change a system, change the Nigeria system. A creation of man. Just like election, they will used to hand it over to God. It's only in Nigeria. Election that was created by man. Gave the rules of election. Appointed officers of election. Sent them. Provided voter card. It doesn't concern God. Man will handle it. Man will address it. But in Nigeria, they will hand it over to God. What is happening? Why am I not seeing myself? Why did they change your back? I've not touched this thing. No. Do you understand? Man created election. In Nigeria, they will be handing it over to God. Election. Human being created, appointed chairman, appointed the overseers, appointed the electoral officer, appointed, gave you rules. They are the people that will tell you void, not you that voted. Electoral laws. They created it. In Nigeria, they'll be the God do it. I don't know how human beings exist in Nigeria. I don't know. Thank you. Good evening. Do you understand? So how come somebody in Nigeria will tell you that there is a way you can change the system? You can vote in your own, change your things interpolitically. Nigerian does not have self-determination. They don't have self-determination, but they create states for people. They create states for people. Force people, divide people, force people together, divide people. Anybody, any region hoping to succeed in Nigeria must look at the condition of the North, who Nigeria was created for their success. If 111 years cannot make the North to succeed, why should you be trying to convince me, or there is a reason you can present to me to have focus in Nigeria? What is the condition of the people that Nigeria was created? And you saw it that after, not just by mouth, that they practically, Nigeria was handed over to the North. Why did the North not succeed? Was Nigeria created for man to succeed? Why did the North not succeed? Why? And if North did not succeed, why should you succeed? You cannot succeed in Nigeria. It's impossible. Any condition the Northerners gave to their people, they must make sure it touches every region. That's why they can come and tell you, get your PVC. These are PVC to go and vote where they will decide. Creation of man. But when they are trying to deceive you, they will get people like Bishop Kuka. They will tell you that you have to go and vote. Who knows that the system is corrupt? That somebody that rules first one will rule second. It is a law, but not written. You know, they say you will contest second. It's a lie. People will be in first tenor, be telling you what they will do in second tenor. Confidentially. It's only in Nigeria. Not if, no. They will be telling you their work in second, what they will do during second. That is to say, they have finalized it. Not a written law, but they will try to convince you that you need to vote. At the end, they will call the name of that person and say, you will not say, okay, he will finish his tenure. We know. Why did you went there and voted when you know that he will finish his second tenure? Why did you go there? Because that is Nigerian system. And people will change that system. And that is why IPOB is here. We gave our life. Because nobody gives their life in Nigeria to make Nigeria collapse. Only IPOB. So let us go to the insecurity in Southeast. Because according to Bishop of Oji River, he presented the same argument we have been presenting here. And said, that's what Mazi Kanu said. That they convicted him based on things that happened. Tag the Eku law. That Eku law, bring him. Things that happened while he's in detention. And this, what I used to ask people, why do you arrest me? And what you are presenting is things that happen while I am in detention. If you ask somebody, say, are you not seeing people dying in the Southeast? We ask you, why did you kidnap him? You are telling me what happened while he was in detention. Are you mad? Now let us go to insecurity. Anybody that cannot present to you where he called name of Simon and his gangs, condemn their actions, 2021, 2022, have no reason to talk about insecurity in Southeast. Again, I repeat, bring that Emeka Ugonye, bring all of them, tag them in. This is a superior argument. We are now in the, what is it called? Let us go to exposition now. You must show us, like from my headline here, this was 30th of September, September IPOB press release, 30th September 2022. Anybody, you know how to see, to know those that work with Simon to destroy IPOB. How they have just turned to heap the same crime they were involved in IPOB. Ask them, please. When did you realize that insecurity was in Southeast? The person will tell you. You ask the person, can you show us where you condemn Simon Eberima and call name of any of his people, those that he's using to kill our people, as IPOB did 2021, 2022? Can you show us where you condemn him to show and to prove that you were not working with him secretly? How come you come to 2024, 2025 and accuse IPOB of activities of people we have already condemned? And the people started fighting us because we condemned them. If you have nothing like where you made the post, call names, please cool down, let me show you. Read the first press release. IPOB releases names of criminals sponsored by Imo government orders to cause insecurity. Let us go. This one was on the 12th, right? That was on June 2022. Let me go here. Look at it. January 8, 19, 2022. Look at it. See the date. January 19, 2022. And those accusing IPOB has nothing like when they condemned Simon. They were working with him secretly. When they see it have failed, they now return to their main page to start accusing IPOB with actions they carry on. And these are people who is telling you to channel your agitation politically. Do you understand? But they are aware that our people in Imo State have made a good decision after Rochas, and they rejected the in-law of Rochas from APC. And they made choice of making Hedion. And federal government changed the choice of the people of Imo. The federal government, is it after 6 months, they changed the choice of the people of Imo and brought number 4 during the election and made him number 1 from Supreme Court. And immediately insecurity started, and federal government rushed and named the criminals unknown gunmen. Have you ever seen a sovereign country that name group of people unknown gunmen if their hand is not in it? Because naming group of criminals unknown gunmen is to hide their identity and stop individual and the independent investigators from investigating those carrying on the crime. They want to hide them because they are involved. That's why they rushed and named them unknown gunmen instead of fighting and get them, because they recruited them. If you can be telling us of how to change the system, you never condemn the removal of Imeki Hedion, which was changing of the system, decision of the people, which IPOB also encouraged people to make good decisions, which they also made in so many places. Then how come after Imo State made a decision, which they are telling IPOB, channel your agitation into political? Our people, not just IPOB, our people in Imo State, make choice of making Hedion. APC removed making Hedion and brought APC, who opposed Adema, number 4. What else do you want us to change in the system? We want to know. Change us. What next you want to tell us? What you want us to change? When the whole Nigeria came out, voted in P2B, they announced Tinubu. Now it's IPOB that will now vote their choice in National Assembly. What is the region you are voting from? Southeast, South. How do they create them? You raise a point through your senator in the House of Senate. How many are there? Do you know how many that will rise up from Kanu? Do you know how many that will rise up to counter them from Kaduna? Do you know how many that will rise up to counter them from Oyo State? Do you know how many that will rise up to counter them from Nasarawa? If you count them, there is nothing you can achieve in National Assembly, and in the Senate, you cannot. That's why they divided us into pieces. That is why we call for referendum, where the division will never be effective, where individuals will decide. We don't do regional something. With the freedom will include people. You will see that those that are countering agitation have one single vote. So that is to tell you we are not forcing people. For calling for referendum, it means that we want people to determine if they will continue with the system we are seeing ourselves, because we have the right to redecide our existence in Nigeria. Having seen that, we have even tried to make Nigeria work. It didn't work. We have to redecide if we will continue with the invasion of our homes by the Fulani herdsmen, kidnapping our mothers, raping them. It is our duty to redecide. It is our duty. And we decide individually through referendum. Do you understand? So, are you reading from here? I want to read, please. Let me bring it bold, then I remove it. I want to show you names of criminal IPOB called. Names of criminals, which Eku law, which all of them accusing IPOB did not call any name. They have no boldness, because they were all involved. To prove to me you weren't involved in any enhancing the criminality of Simon, show us where you call his name, 2021, 2022. Show us where you call the name of his criminals, 2021, 2022. Not coming 2025 and start dancing in the tune of government, when we have first stood and called their names and exposed them. Call their camps. How can IPOB be calling the camps where their men are? No, now. No. How can IPOB call the names of ESN on Radio Biafra if they are ESN? If these people are IPOB, we call their names and tell communities to go after them. Where have you ever seen people that do such things? And after all, you will be tagging the crimes of the same people we have pointed at and say, these are the criminals that community have been expelled from their community, declared wanted. These are the people operating in so-so area. We did this thing earlier, not in a confused state. Earlier, we have never been confused. So how come somebody will come up and tag the same people we call their names, tag their actions on us? When you ask the idiot, say, IPOB agitation, if not for IPOB agitation, this thing will not happen. Tell me, if not for so-so people, call the name of the people that started armed robbery. Call the name of the people that started kidnapping. Then, tell us the reason why if somebody go and kidnap or commit armed robbery now, or commit murder, that the family of the people that started the armed robbery, kidnapping or murder will not be accused, and the individual that committed it will be accused. But on the issue of IPOB, you will be calling IPOB because they started agitation, and the individual will not, you will not hold the individual responsible. We're asking you, don't you know that IPOB have official statements as an organization? Do IPOB control every Igbo man? Why is the police here? Why is the army here? Did the army and police come here because of IPOB? So why are they here? Have they not been fighting crime? So is it IPOB that the army and police have been fighting? Is that why they built police station here? So why were they here? Which is to say people started crime already. So why is it that the people that started crime are not the people to be accused? But in agitation, anybody that go to crime and say he's an agitator, then you count it for IPOB. Where there is a Masop, where there is BIM, where there is DZM, where there is BNG, and there is IPOB. Because you were involved in the crime. Look at the names of criminal IPOB called. And these are people you are counting their crimes on IPOB, on insecurity. How can we expose these names and you still count them on us? We ask. We ask, tell us. He added, which is more powerful. In Olo, Imo State, these criminals mentioned below are impersonating ESN. That's how police, even everybody, both army, both you, individual, that somebody printed a receipt with your name and be doing business. When you discover it, you will counter it. The same people, the same thing happened to Facebook page. People will see that somebody impersonated their page. The person will mark the page and condemn it and say, this is not my main page. This was created by the enemies. This is my page. This one is not my own. And the person will mark it bad. By then you say, okay, you have debunked it. And you will accept that this person have debunked it. You will accept that police have debunked it. You accept that army have debunked it. But you never accept that IPOB debunked this. That means you are evil and you are involved in the crime. You can believe that you yourself debunk a fake page. But you never believe that IPOB debunked a fake agitator. That means you are involved in the agitation that is killing our people. We are asking, how come in 2022, IPOB called the names of the criminals and called them criminals and you are still tagging their crimes on us? Does that make sense to you? Are you not a fool if you think so? The same Simon, they fought IPOB, say, IPOB is calling the names of our men. And we say these are criminals. And you still tag their crimes on us. Before you do so, show us where you call names of Simon and condemn him boldly. 2021, 2022, you didn't do so because you were waiting for him to succeed. Now it has failed. You are now coming back to tag his crimes on IPOB. It means you were involved fully in the crime. And that is why I ask you, if you have nothing to show us that when you condemn Simon and his actions and their crimes 2021, 2022, then you are not qualified. You are not qualified to talk about insecurity in 2025. You were not born yesterday. You were adult 2021. You know what is evil. You were adult 2022. You know what is evil. You didn't grow yesterday. So how come you didn't condemn the evil IPOB condemned 2021? You didn't condemn it 2021. You didn't condemn it 2022. You didn't condemn it 2023. You are condemning it 2025 and tagging it on IPOB. Who committed it? The same people we call their names. Look at their name. Agu. 50. Vice. Ojo. Number 1. And the Ojo and their gangs are collecting illegal levies at Eke Ototo in the name of ESN. Debunking crimes as police does, as community does, as governor does, as traditional ruler does, as president does, as everybody does. If we do our own, you still be tagging it on us because of hatred. When they are neither ESN operatives nor IPOB family member, the one they call Sky and Zuma are collecting proceeds from innocent communities. Iwanda and his gangs are also collecting 5,000 naira from all people in the name of ESN. After all this, you still tag their crime on us. This was 2022. June. I still have the one of 2022. September 30th. That called the name of Butuso. Got the name of the same Agu and 50. Called the name of these criminals operating in Lilu. Osumogu. Osu Itokwa. Olu Senatorial Zone and the Ihiala Aziz. And tell you that IPOB have no camp those places. I'll still get you headlines. If we can point out these things that Nigerian security is supposed to work with. When they work with it, if they get the criminal, they still tag them IPOB ESN. The same people will give you information of their operational routes, where they operate from, and who they are, and their name, and where they came from in the community. Because the government did not allow IPOB ESN to fight these crimes independently. Rather, they are fighting IPOB, looking for ESN to kill. So some people will be ignorant and they'll ask you a mature question. If you are not behind it, why is it that ESN is agile? Why is it that they cannot fight this criminal? The same thing government set up for us to bring violence in our community. And they say, they are not matured. They are killing themselves. That was the trap. But let me just touch something there that goes between So that you will not basically on this one and say this one is rubbish. I just present this one as what we know is government plan. Now, the next one is, why is it that you will not call the police and the army to leave ESN to fight these crimes if they cannot stop it? But you will tell IPOB ESN, who is not running your government, who is not handling your constitution, who is not running your security, to stop the criminals if they are not behind it. You cannot tell the police and the army, stop pursuing IPOB ESN. Allow them, with the intelligence they are bringing, just leave them, let them fight this crime. No, you support your police to be pursuing IPOB ESN, and you still tell them to fight the crimes if they are not behind it. That is low mentality. Now, you have seen the names of the criminals. Do you understand? IPOB say, contact us, contact ESN. With the contact we drop there, if you see such people, the same people you are tagging on us, we say, call us. Let us deal with them. Let us see this headline. Let us see this headline. People that are tagging the crime on us. Thank you, Mazi Austin, and thank you, Emeka Ugwuonye, for telling us the low mindset of the zoo. They have nothing to argue us. The only argument is referendum. What you just presented is to tell us that we have won the battle because they have no fresh argument than channel agitation into political. The Nigerian youth have channeled their own into political. They voted P2B. Where is it? Let us go and read the headline, please. I need to bring it bolder. People who think we are foolish. You think we just wake up and start talking Biafra and start joining. Something we have seen, that we will all perish in the name of Nigeria. It's better they kill us in the name of Biafra. Because every Nigerian citizen is a condemned criminal. How? Fulani will kill you, herdsmen will kill you, police will kill you, accidental discharge, army will kill you, they will bomb your community, they say it's a mistake. They will kill you, they will do everything. Nobody will be tried in court. The same people will be telling you, Nnamdi Kanu is in Sokoto prison. He's safer than you, that Fulani herdsmen can invade your house and kill you in the night. He's safer. You're a condemned criminal already. I ask you, who convicted the people of Kwara that they should be killed and their students abducted? Who convicted the people of Benue? Were they sentenced to death? So why do Fulani herdsmen invade them and kill them? And now they can't, you have been sent to Abuja, where you'll be far. I ask you, the people of Oyo State, Kwara, were they sentenced to death? People of Plateau, who sentenced them to death? Then why is Fulani herdsmen killing them? Is it not better they are sentenced to death to be in prison yard? Why is it that the British created here and sentenced everybody? That a herdsman will come and kill you, and the government will be asking you for your land? So I ask you, who convicted the people of Edo State, those that are Fulani killing? Who convicted the people of Osun? Who convicted the people that the Fulani herdsmen are killing in the churches? Who convicted them? Who sentenced them to death? You are talking about Nnamdi Kanu, who is completely safer than you. That is outside here. Bad road, motor can fair brake, low driving experience can kill you on the road where you are coming. Any disease can kill you where you are coming, where you are. That is Nigeria, condemned criminal. Everybody is condemned. Everybody. That's why if you see a Nigerian that is outside laughing at a convict, I'll be laughing at them. Are you freed? Are you not convicted? Is it not? It's because they didn't lock you in the prison yard. You vote, your vote will not be counted. Read the headline. Oh. This is IPOB president. Read it. Facebook is crying over the broadcast. I ask you, were the people who convicted the people of Imo that Hope Uzodinma will bring army to be invading communities, burning down? Were they sentenced to death? So why did the army come down and burn it down? We ask the people of Izombe, who condemned them? The people of Obaru, who sentenced them to death? We are asking, who sentenced the people of Nimbo, also one, to death? Who sentenced the people of Lobanta to death? So why do governor of Abia State discovered 73 corpses? Who sentenced them to death? Because every Nigerian citizen is convicted, sentenced to death. That anything can take your life, nothing will go on. No, not all, everybody will go on, nothing will happen. Everybody will march on. So are you reading headline? IPOB releases names of criminals allegedly sponsored by Governor Ozodema orders to impersonate Eastern Security Network. If before you accuse IPOB, can you give us your post that is backdated than this one? This IPOB press release. Read the date. This is Sarah reporter. Check the date. January 19, 2022. To tell you that IPOB have never been confused. Mazi was kidnapped 2021. June. IPOB started that time. Immediately Simon and their criminals started. We started condemning it from that 2021. We have never been confused. So that you will say it was in the middle time you discover he was doing bad. No. Then those that have nothing, no way they have condemned their actions are now coming to tag their action on IPOB. The same IPOB that first took a better position to condemn them. How do you think you are truthful to yourself? How do you think that somebody who forced you to condemn evil, after 3-4 years, you started tagging the same crime on him? Somebody who called names of criminals. You will accept that police debunk a news. You will accept that police army debunk a news. You will accept that governor debunk a news. You will accept that senator debunk a news. You will accept that local government chairman debunk a news. Community debunk a news. But you will not accept that IPOB debunked a news. Debunked an allegation. Because you are evil. Read from here. Are you not seeing it? Let me remove it. Eziokwu Chineke. Only truth. Tell them to remove earphone, hide the volume, let your children listen to you and see your stupidity. Baya come again. Hide the volume. You that is tagging crimes on IPOB, hide the volume and tell me whom you have ever, anybody you see on earth that they was arrested yesterday and he's been accused of things that after arresting me today, you will come next 2 years and be accusing me of things that happened while I am in detention. Instead of to present the things I did before you arrested me. And when are you not seeing killing in Southeast? Because they're causing for his release. What did we cause for his abduction? You are telling us what we do for his release. What did we do for his abduction? What did we do for the IPOB prescription? What did Nnamdi do for the invasion of Israel by the army? So you are telling us what to do, what happened while he's in detention. Are you not insane? Are you not mad? Mad people. Read from here. Are you hearing the camps? Again, IPOB has no camps in Osi-Hitokwa. But you heard that I'm invaded IPOB ESN camp in Osi-Hitokwa. You believed. But this is a press release that debunked this thing 2022 and tell you it's a camp of criminals. But you say tag their crimes on IPOB. You that started condemning crime 2025 is tagging the crime that we condemned before you started talking about it on us because you are biased, because you were involved in the crime, hoping that you are doing it against IPOB. Now that your championer, Simon, is in jail, then you started tagging it on us. We ask you, why do we first you condemn them? And you are lastly tagging their crimes on us. If you never take a position 2021, 2022 to condemn Simon and his crimes, Oga, you have no position to talk about his crimes in 2025. You have no position. You are still a child. You must give us a post or your video, your post you made, calling their name, not by talking rubbish. Call names. We call names of governors. Hope politicians in Imo State. Hope Ozodema. We call his name. Call Emeki Hedionha. sorry, what is his name? Rochas Okorocha, not Emeka. Rochas Okorocha, Uche Nwosu, Agwo Tuaka. What is his name? We call many of them. Show us the one you call their name. No, you don't. And you're accusing the people that expose the crimes. Read and see the camps you're accusing us of their activities there, 2023, 2024. Places we condemn, 2022. You still accuse us of their crime they committed, 2023, 2024, 2025, because you are mad. Read the camps. Again, IPOB has no camp in. Go and search for IPOB press release, 30th September 2022. You search for, again, IPOB press release, January, right? Is it January 19, 2022? So we continue. IPOB has no camp in Osuhitokwa, Osumohu, Nnewi South, Lilu, or in Ihiala. Those operating in such camps in the affirmations areas are criminals and kidnappers. How can IPOB call their ESN criminals and kidnappers if they are IPOB ESN? But because you have no argument, and you not see, they are doing it in the name of Nnamdi Kanu. But somebody impersonated you on your page, created a fake page. You saw it. Somebody dragged your attention. You saw it. You condemn it. You want us to accept. But when we debunk, you will not accept. But when army debunk, you will accept. Police debunk, you will accept. You will not accept IPOB when they debunk, because you are involved in the crime. We force you, condemn them, call their name, call their camps, operational routes, which police later and the army go there. They still tag them IPOB. How can I call our men criminals? How can we? How? When we call their names, Simon and their gang called us Sabo for calling the names of their men. And see, you still tag their camps on us in 2025 when you did not condemn them 2021, 2022. Can you show us where you condemned them 2021, 2022? Then you are condemning them 2025 and tag them on us. Then you are insane. You have brain problem. You have brain problems. Serious one. Let's go here now. This is one of the press release. Can you get to it? Flashback. IPOB press release 30th September 2022. Right? Are you getting it? Our members are volunteer. We don't pay. That's when they brought allegation. I know they can say you kill 10 million. They will give you 10 million if you kill one person. Do you understand? We never, one thing with IPOB, we never got confused and say, initially you supported Simon. No, there have never been confusion. So that you say, but you started condemning him 2024. No, we started earlier. So how come your only weapon against Nnamdi Kanu is the actions that IPOB already condemned? Let me show you. IPOB calls names again. This one again. Look at this one. Oh yeah, read this one. These are names of criminals in Southeast, not just in Imo. Oh yeah, read. In Abia State, particular, a certain Nkechi Kanu and her gang of about 8 kidnap gang operating between Abia State and Ibocha, which is where you call Port Harcourt, Rivers State, are not IPOB members. They and their activities should not be associated with IPOB family membership. The same thing police does. The same thing army does. The same thing community does. The same thing you do when you see a fake receipt. Fake receipt. The same thing you do when you see a fake page. You condemn it. Say it's not your page. IPOB do it. You will never accept it. Because you are evil. Then let us go to Enugu. In Enugu state, certain groups of criminals, elements, turned themselves as members of the people. Okay, as the enemies of the people, the names of their gangs leaders are as follows. Chocho. This one was operating between Ogo. That Ogo, you see the killings, enforcement of sit at home between Ogo, Nenwe Junction, down to Four Corner. And he later started entering Gariki. This one, Chocho. He died in Imo State. They invited him to Imo to come and cause mayhem. But unfortunately to him, he was a stranger. He was caught. And he lost his life in Imo. Chocho. From Enugu anywhere. I'm just telling you this one. This one I'm telling you is not written here. Okay? So we continue. We call his name. Simon run him as his commander in Enugu. Chocho. But we call their names and call them criminals. But you still tag their crimes on us. On Iwe Ishimbaka, don't you have brain problem? When we can call, how can we call our men criminals? Then how do you tag people we call criminals? Tag their crimes on us. Are you sensible? Do you have sense at all? Are you getting it? Chocho and Mazi Jofo and are not IPOB members. And anybody associating with them is confirmed criminal. Just imagine. The above names persons who were formerly IPOB. Are you getting it? The same thing police does. Members were expelled as a result of indiscipline and insubordination earlier. And they started into, because they went into criminal, we expel them and we tell the world that these people are criminal. That is normal in society. The operation of IPOB is unofficial press release. Individual can go on his... There are police people that are facing robbery case. Police did not send them. They are in prison yard. If you are watching this program and you are calling this live, we are not here to pick call. We are not here to pick call. If you are the one calling this program, stop calling it. To continue. Are you getting it? So how come that police will tell you that they did not send this person to robbery, but he's a policeman and he will face his case? You will accept. But this one is that they are not IPOB, they have been expelled. Talk more of the ones that have never been IPOB before. This is organization. IPOB does not lead the whole Igbo people in their operation. We lead IPOB members in operation. Under command. You don't credit every individual activity on IPOB. The person may use name of army and go to crime, commit crime. The person may use name of police to go and commit crime. The person may use name of agitation to go and commit crime. Then when the police and the army reject debunk their own, then agitators debunk their own. You still insist that it's agitators. Let me remove this thing. You still insist because you are enemy of freedom. Thank you. I demand now. Self-determination is not in Nigerian law, useless, rubbish. But you left your parents and you are living on your own. You went and married. That's when you see foolish people talking. They tell you about self-determination. Who determined that you'll be a Nigerian? Who? Who determined? Tell us your father that determined that you'll be a Nigerian. That you cannot see yourself in a mess and decide on a confidential platform, referendum, decision of individuals, not group, not a meeting. Individuals who decide, personal decision. I want to be a Nigerian. I want to be a Biafra. Not community decision where a traditional ruler will come and vote on behalf of community. No. Not constituency decision where somebody will tell you like Emeka Ugonye about Nyesom Wike and Asare Dokubo as the people that owns the opinion of the people of the South Side. That's how to know no mentality of people. So they tell people what to write in their life. You see, that is the Nigeria they want you to arrange. When you already know that two people are serving the government on behalf of the people. You already knew it. And you don't want the system to change. And to change it is by referendum so that nobody will feel unhappy, will feel intimidated. And you are telling us that the decision, self-decision, that is self-determination, is not in Nigerian law. But a Fulani invasion of communities is in Nigerian law. Nigerian army to mistakenly bombard your community is in Nigerian law. For cows to be reared in your farms is in Nigerian law. When you started seeing things that is not is unusual to human beings, why can't you change things? Why can't you decide, no, channel your things politically? So you vote in your senator, vote in your House of Rep member. So they will now have and present Biafra. And you ask the idiot, how many senators? On which senatorial, on which region? You see how they created you, gave you South-South, gave you Southeast. And they numbered your senators. Who can, none of your region is able to counter any northern region. Like South, Northwest, Northeast, and North Central. They have more senators than you. And when you raise a point by your senators in the House, they say, let your senators talk about it. Do you know how many that will counter them from Kanu? How many will counter them from Kaduna? How many will counter them from different parts of the North? And by the time they are finished with you, the few senators you sent to there, they will sit down. That is where you want us to change in the House Assembly, National Assembly. But Nigerian youth try to change it in voting. The best way to change it. But you were there, they rig in Tinubu and remove P2B that they voted in. And they told you to go to court. You never complain. The people of Imo voted in Emeki Hedion. And the government made their choice after a few months and removed the choice of the people of Imo. And put in Hope Uzodimma the choice of APC. And this is the system you want to change. A system whereby this side of the people, they have seas, they have ocean, but there are dry seaports in the north. A system whereby no Fulani will be arrested under Nigerian constitution because there is a written Fulani constitution by Ahmadu Bello handed over to Sultan of Sokoto. Every Sultan handles it. That's why if Tinubu want to do something on Fulani, he will invite the president of Fulani, Sultan of Sokoto. Who rules Fulani? No police will arrest Fulani. Go and ask those in the north. They tell you, if we call the police, they say it's federal government that will give order. Who is federal government? No, Nigerian law is not ruling Fulani. And somebody will tell you, change something. Go and ask Sheikh Gumi. He's operating with Fulani law. And nobody will arrest him. Because they have two presidents. Sultan of Sokoto and the president of Nigeria. You don't change it. Go and ask Tinubu. Everybody is aware. Go and ask Jonathan. They run two constitutions. The right of Fulani people is given to Sultan of Sokoto 33 oil wells to manage Fulani as a country of their, that is people, a country within Nigeria. And this is a system you want to change? By going politically. You never change your education politically. You never change anything. It's only Ipob that will come and make change. Our change is referendum. Nobody can change the British creation. It wasn't God's creation. So the only thing is for men and women to redecide their commitment to become Nigeria or to be free from Nigeria. Having seen that there's no future for the hope, because the purpose of the creation of Nigeria have not been achieved after 111 years. From 1914 to 2025, the creation statement is because the North is too poor. So how come the North have not been rich after 111 years? And you are hoping that only Ipob will now bring change. What about other Nigerians? We have seen SAP, Structural Adjustment Program. What did it give birth to? From Nigerian president. We see why. Why against citizen play? By Buhari again. The other one is from Bangladesh. We saw Green Revolution. See me, tell me what you have not seen. The other one brought EFCC. This one brought, tell me what they have not brought. Is there any change? If the North can have Gowon alive, have Absalami alive, Murtala Mohammed is dead. I think Shagari is still there, or his late, that is their business. They have Shagari. Right? They have so many of them alive. And then they have the highest number of army general and police. What is the benefit of this general if they cannot stop insecurity in the North? And you think that every other region will have security where the North have no security? You are dreaming. You think other regions will be rich when the North have not been rich? You are dreaming. They are the first class citizens. Any condition, they are begging in Nigeria. They are the most poor. If they are not successful, how do you hope that there is a change you can make? Uneducated, that's where you see illiterates in the North. That's where you see beggars. That's where you see people going through deadly diseases. That's where you see insecurity of the highest, terrorism of the highest level. But they have Babangida, but they know how to carry on genocide in our land for 3 years. Gowon cannot bring idea, but he had brought idea of genocide in our land. Can they give them idea to stop insecurity? No. And you want to succeed and have peace in your region when the first class citizens have no peace in their region. You want to change Nigeria politically. A country, these are people, after telling you politically, they will now tell you with the God, everything is possible. When men created electoral laws, then appointed INEC chairman, appointed electoral workers, staffs, gave them instruction. They are the people that will tell you void. They are the people that will, they have the law, not God. Vote. Not angel will come to your vote. Human beings. Human beings will write it, not God will write what they want to write. Things that will be programmed. But when they want to deceive you, your priest will be telling you it is God. Or they can conduct an election. On the matter, how much I had to only hatch. It's not God. If you can go and vote, they will put their own. But they want to deceive you to believe and be hoping for next election. This is a system that can never work. A system where they sell oil and they borrow money from the people they are selling oil to. This is where you want us to change. Do you understand? So our Atlantic Ocean, our seas are cursed from sheep, and you want us to change it, a place where they denied international presence, that is international airport and seaport. What effect is it it will deny you international presence. How? No embassy. You cannot have embassy. So the whole white men you see in our land are people who came to steal our resources. Thieves. There's no genuine white men in our land. How can you be genuine when you don't have embassy here? Show us why you are here. Where you landed. You pay your tax there. You pay your tax in Lagos or Abuja. You came to our land to take resources. You are the thief. Where do you landed? You came here to take contract of consulting route, but you landed in Lagos, in Kanu, in Kaduna, in Abuja. That is what we are saying. Denying us international presence. They rounded us up here to manage ourselves. No tribe will say if we leave Igbo land, you'll suffer. This is a place you want to change politically. How do you change it? The people that manage themselves were the owner of the shops. We are the landlord, we are the caretaker. We are the tenants. We are the owner of the goods, we are the offloaders. We manage ourselves in our markets, both in Lagos, both everywhere. Anywhere we are the people managing ourselves. They don't want anything external. This Nigeria, they don't want anything that will help boost us. They cut off other tribes. They cut off foreigners. That's why Buhari says the dot nation. Dot nation is people that are managing themselves, not a geographical plan. Just that we circle, we are the landlord, we are the caretaker, no external, no nothing. Just people that came to steal your resources and go. And to hide looting by they gave them contract to construct your road because they will not reveal how much the government signed. They signed 5 billion, while the contract is 2 billion. So they brought white man that you will not have access to go and question. So the person will come and do the business for them and go. Because we have engineers who studied who studied in Nigerian universities. They don't give them job. Because the engineer will tell the public one day how much they pay them in constructing these roads and how much the governor took. Do you understand? So how do you change such a system where court will give order to free Nnamdi and they will disobey? Somebody that is a lawyer, you know what discharge and acquitted is. No warder will come closer to you with a handcuff. No prison warder will allow you to sleep in the premises where your warrant have been written, discharged and acquitted, signed by the judge.